Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Tank Talks Movies. In this particular episode we are continuing on with the American Pie series. So today it's American Pie 2. This is just as good as the first one, maybe even a little bit better. The movie starts off with Jim in college trying to hook up with a girl, and just hilarity happens, because he's pretty much not that good at sex. So he's just trying to do it, do what he can do, and the girl's trying to help him out in situations, but it just isn't really working very well. And then Jim's dad walks into the dorm with a case of beer, and the head person of the dormitory says you can't bring alcohol into the dorms. And then they open up Jim's door. Jim's dad walks in, and he's all shocked and just surprised. It's looks at his watch. Yeah, we were a little early, and then his mom walks in. She's carrying a pie, and she's all, "Oh my God, they're fucking!" and pies all over the floor. And then the girl's parents hear her voice, and then they walk into the room, and they're like, oh, straight up hilarity. Then the movie name pops up, American Pie 2. Then we cut to Oz, reading something in a textbook or something like that. Then Stifler comes and slams a piece of paper on his textbook and goes, "Eat." I think it said "eat pussy" or something, or "big pussy." Then they high five, etc., etc. Then they're walking to their last class of that year, and just a random panty shot. It's just this cute looking girl was wearing little hearts on her panties, and then we cut to Oz going to pick up Heather. Then we run into Kevin, but Heather's got to go do more studying in Italy or something, or she's a part of a program. And then we cut to a party at Stifler's house. Finch is there, of course. He enters Stifler's mom's bedroom, opens up a book. The Buddhist sex manual, it's the Kama Sutra, or Tantra. It's she's turn the page, all that silliness. And then, Stifler walks in, he's like, "What the fuck are you doing in here?" Then all of a sudden they chase each other around the house, and Stifler just wants to beat his ass. And then it's a couple of girls come up to Jim and say, "Oh, I remember you." "Oh, do you now? You're the one who blew his load twice on the internet." And then he's feeling all down and sad. And then Stifler's trying to hook up with this girl at this party. She's he's just getting her drunk, and they want to fool around. But the MILF guys from the first movie are in this thing, but they're both standing in line and really gotta pee. So Stifler and this girl, starting to make out, and she's gonna pour some champagne on Stifler's head, and then the MILF guy, who is a little more Asian, has Asian descent, just accidentally knocks a plant off, and it clocks her in the head, knocks her out, and Stifler ends up getting a golden shower. That is nasty. cops come in and break up the party, you know. You know, all these, like, you know, calls out the, like, Oz Striker, Myers, and all this silly, you know, the ones that are of age, and Stifler walks in, just simple line, I got peed on. So Kevin ends up calling his older brother and asking about, you know, first year after college, you know, it's just like a little different. Things change, people change. So Kevin's brother tells him to go into his old room, tells him to like get like a beach house and rent a beach house for the summer, throw a big party for the end of summer, and you know, all that good stuff. And so he takes his advice. They like rent a cabin for the like big beach house for the summer, and he tells the guys about it, and they just, yeah, they see it, the little montage little thing that goes on, like how they're doing the ruse. We got Jim just coming onto his bed and just jumping on it, and then all of a sudden it looks like he's dry humping the bed. And then, you know, Finch is putting up all his Japanese stuff because he's seen a Japanese woman, but apparently she doesn't compare to Stifler's mom. You know, Stifler and Oz just, their rooms are just normal. So is Kevin's. And then, you know, they put a keg out, and you know, they're just doing their little deal. And Sherman's back in this movie, just, you know, being the Shermanator, and he pretty much goes out and says, there's a pretty much, this thing's kind of a sausage fest. Gemma kind of agrees, and then like we cut inside the house where Jessica and Vicky are there. They're playing pool, trying to play pool with Oz. You know, telling stories about college, how many people they've hooked up with. You know, Stifler being a smart ass, asks Jessica, how many girls have you hooked up with this in college? Well, what do you like to know? Fuck yeah, I would like to know. So they end up, Stifler and Oz end up going out, trying to, and Stifler makes a joke to Jim, like, where are the fucking females? Jim, put your shirt back on, you're scaring all the girls away. You know, Jim flips off Stifler. And then, might be one of the smartest things to do. You know, they're playing football there. Stifler throws the ball, tells Oz to go farther, and he throws it where he's running, and he has to leap up, catch the ball, and he lands on like a little picnic thing with a bunch of girls. And he lights them all up, you know. Girls at the party now. The force is strong on that one. Okay, now we cut to a scene where Oz is calling Heather, or Heather will call Oz, and then they are trying to have phone sex, and there's a scene in there where, you know, Oz has his hand in his pants, and then he gets a call waiting, and then one of the funniest lines in the entire fucking movie is, listen, dude, got my hand on my dick right now. I'm trying to have sex with my girlfriend over the phone. And he goes, oh, the guy on the other side, he's definitely like has a weird accent. Oh, you go, man. Then they just like, you know, then they cut to then they got a painting job for the summer so they can help pay for the house, you know. And apparently they're with painting for lesbians. They're okay. The scene goes, Stifler goes, pretty much sneaks into the house and finds a blue dildo. Alright, good for him to find a dildo. It's a dildo. Okay. The guys hide. The girls start taking their clothes off. You know, changing, you know. And then they pretty much mess around with all the guys. He's like, Danielle is touching my breast. Rachel, or whatever their names are, I can't remember them right now, but, you know, they start kissing, you know, start rubbing their boobs, you know, tits are out, etc., etc. But then, you know, that's a back and forth type of thing. If girls would do something, then the guys would have to do something. The moral of this part of the story is Stifler wanted a hand job from Jim or Finch. That's all I need to say there. Okay. They go back to the house, and they end up there trying to play some like a card game that they didn't want to play it. But Stifler just randomly bolts in with a big box of porn. Just like huge box of porn, you know, he's like, with, you know, lube and etc., etc., crank away, etc. So Jim ends up deciding to watch this porno, and he's like reading the instruction on a lube bottle, okay. So, but he just sets it over and he tries to just manually do it. He's like, fuck it. You know, so we just see goop. Well, earlier in the movie he ended up breaking a lamp, and he pretty much super glued the lamp back together. Then he started using the glue for the lube, and all of a sudden it's like, ah. Now he's pretty much, you know, he glued himself to himself. Yay! Yeah, part of the movie, Jim has his hand glued to his dick for a while, and yeah, ends up, you know, cops end up being called because he's on the roof and somebody sees he's in. He's just trying to get them to get some paint thinner, because apparently paint thinner can release glue. I don't know, I've never glued myself to myself. And, well, maybe like this, but I just hold it together, you know. And so, you know, he's end up going to the hospital, and, you know, his twig and berries are all black and blue and swollen, and not in a good way. And they just can't do it. Like, it looks like he's wearing a diaper, and his dad, you know, had to pick him up and from the hospital, and then he has to learn stuff from Michelle because Nadia is coming back. You all remember Nadia from the first movie? Yeah, the one he popped too early for twice. And so he's trying to learn stuff from Michelle, you know, like, you know, different things, you know, just like how to get a girl excited, etc., etc. Because Jim apparently has zero game. Zero game. And then they just, that little portion is just kind of like exciting because then, like, now they're gonna break up the day of the big party, so it could be Jim and Nadia. But pretty much not. Jim has no interest in Nadia anymore in this movie. He loves her to death, but it's just she's the one he wanted back then. Now Michelle's the one he wants now. It takes him a while to figure that out. And then they go, they go into a lighthouse, they start making out, and just all, like, so he ends up going to oh yeah, Jim had to go to a band camp to ask, like, Michelle for some help and stuff like that, and he pretty much asked her if he was any good in bed, and she just played it out, just said, yeah, you sucked. You had no idea what you were doing. So, she confirmed it. And then, now we're going back to later in the film. It's pretty close to the end of the film where this happens. Jim comes out and all of a sudden just bolts out and plays a trombone. And it's just like, it's not good, it's not good. And the guy who they thought it was in the audience. He ended up calling him a retard. And then he's like, I'm not retarded, I'm just a very special boy. And then he went, boom, and the metal piece just whacked the kid in the face. So he ends up running up, and him and Michelle hug and kiss, and not the music or anything, but just that act of love got them to give them a standing ovation. And they go to the party. Oh yeah, and also Stifler's little brother's in this movie. He's a little minor character. He ends up, he's on cop duty. But they have like the microphone. He's like, Stifler just sucks, blah blah blah. Then all of a sudden he hears two sexy voices over the microphone, and it's the two lesbians. So Steve pretty much steals these girls away from Scott Stifler, the little brother. The party continues, and he's like, I'll do anything to sleep with you chicks, etc., etc. I'll kiss every man here. I'll kiss every girl here. I'll grab any ass you want. I'll even shave some ass if they need it. And then all of a sudden they ended up, they're like not impressed. And he goes, at least have a drink with the Stiffmeister. They ended up having a drink, and then just a montage of Heather's back, and her and I, they're drinking. Finch, he doesn't really get laid in this movie at all until the very end scene, where he ends up having relations again with Stifler's mom. Vicky and Kevin don't get back together, but Kevin has a hissy fit because Vicky brings a date, and it's just like in the first movie, like at the end of Prom, where they're just sitting all depressed and stuff. He's like, okay, Oz goes, you got two options. You can go freely, you can walk there, or am I gonna have to drag your ass back to that party? And one of the more shocking things is Sherman gets Nadia. The Shermanator. The Shermanator line actually worked for him. So, this movie right here. It's very, very good. It's just a classic. If you want to laugh, this movie will make you laugh. And just the scenes with Jim's dad are just funny in general. So, I say pick this up, and Lucas, you need to watch the American Pie franchise, but I know you're not interested, so you will never do it. So, well, this has been Tank Talks Movies American Pie 2. Till next time, my friends.